by virtue of birth, you have a human dignity. And with that human dignity is the right to have a safe place over your head.
As a human being, you shouldn't have to live in the street.
Housing is a human right. Because nobody should have to live in the elements, number one. No one should have to live in the elements.
After World War II and all these different nations came together to create the United Nations, and they drafted this beautiful series of articles, their preamble and like 40 articles or something like that. And one of them says that Article 25 says that everyone has the right to a standard of living adequate for the health and well-being of themselves and of their family, including food, clothing, housing, and medical care and necessary social services.
I can say publicly, I've been in that experience in my younger days, and nobody was there to help. Nobody took me in. It's scary. It's dangerous, especially when you're a woman. All kinds of things can happen. So you can happen to men too, but it's real scary for women. So it's not good for a human being to have to live, no way to bathe, no way to keep yourself clean, no way to fix yourself something to eat.
And I think that if we're also taking into consideration that people who are undocumented, people who are part of the LGBTQ community, especially youth who are part of the LGBTQ community, that they are at increased risk of living on the street, of being kicked out of their homes, of coming to this country, even though asylum is something that is also a human right, but is not something that is guaranteed.
If it's a person out there that's mental, that's sick, or has been thrown out of his home because he can't get along with his family, it should be somewhere where these people should be able to go, where they can take them in, help them find jobs, or create some kind of job for this person so they could get on their feet. I don't believe nobody should have to live in the elements.
We're seeing Miami, that is becoming one of the most unaffordable cities in the country very quickly. The fact that we're okay with people living on the street, the fact that we're okay with billionaires becoming richer over the course of the pandemic, with multimillionaires and the ultra wealthy not only not contributing in terms their fair share in terms of taxes, but then also raising the cost of living for everyone else because of their real estate development and their purchases of multiple homes that they don't even inhabit. And so it creates this situation where structurally people are being pushed out.
And those that say that they believe housing is not a right, let them live outside.